A man was happily polishing his son's trophy when he suddenly suffered a heart attack. Stumbling on unsteady feet, he fell to the ground. At that moment, the cabinet began teetering and crashed down onto the old man, trapped beneath it. He lacked the strength to lift it off. Since his wife was in the city caring for their grandson, he had no choice but to call his son. But his son, busy negotiating a business deal, refused the disturbance and hung up. The man strained to reach the medicine on the table, yet it was now beyond his strength. Summoning his last breath, he called his son again. Before he could speak, his son announced he was in a meeting, and hung up. Heartbroken, the man gazed at the family portrait, and passed away with tears in his eyes. Meanwhile, the grandmother caring for her grandson at their son's home, felt a sudden foreboding. She urgently called the man, but after multiple failed attempts, rushed to her son's company, fearing something had happened. Her son reassured her, dismissing her worries, claiming he was closing a major deal. Success meant a bigger house where his father could live with them. As the mother tried to speak further, her daughter-in-law, eyes fixed on profit, interrupted and pushed her husband toward his office. Returning home, the woman, anxious about her husband, argued fiercely with her son's mother-in-law, and was driven back to her old home. Before even entering, she found the yard crowded with people. A sense of dread washed over her. The closer she got to the house, the stronger the putrid stench grew. Pushing open the door, she was met with the sight of her husband's corpse, already covered with death spots. Overwhelmed by grief, she immediately called her son, but he was driving to a celebration banquet, and his wife saw the call and hung up. Helpless, the woman arranged her husband's cremation alone. Just then, her son called back. She begged him to come home at once, but he claimed he couldn't break away, promising to bring his grandson by noon the next day to celebrate his father's birthday, then hastily hung up. Unbeknownst to him, he had missed his father's final moments. The next day, the son drove home laden with gifts. Unexpectedly, a tire blew out on the way. While changing the tire, he missed his mother's countless calls and his father's funeral time. As he set off again, he encountered the funeral procession on the road.